Hey everyone, Ryan with Transfer Protocol. I have another word here for you guys, and it's just stay in the place that God has called you to. Last night, well, this whole week, man, God has been doing some really amazing things. God has really been blowing my mind with the level of dreams, with the level of intensity He's been speaking with, the clarity. Again, our church has come outside of a 14-day fast, so we're anticipating God to speak and move and do things. But again, this whole week, God has really just been blowing my mind and showing up and showing Himself in ways that He's not shown Himself before, and or at least not to me. And it's been really truly amazing to be a part of this and witness how God is moving. And I would believe that since God is not a respecter of person, if you're watching this video right now, chances are you're seeing God show up in new ways that He has, or with more precise clarity. I just released a word that God is going to be removing the veil. God has been lifting the veil off of our eyes in certain areas. And one thing that I don't want you to get distracted by is trying to do what God has called you to do someone else's way. We see here, and I think it's 2 Samuel, as Saul has been killed. David finds out that Saul has been killed, and he goes to the Lord immediately, and he asks God what he should do. Should he go up? And the Lord tells him to go up, and then David asks God, where should I go up? And He tells him to go to Hebron. Now, Hebron is the place where your blessing is going to be. There, every one of us have a specific designated assignment, and there's a physical location of where our prosperity is going to start. And this also could be an intangible place. We also have to think about it like this. If God told you to, start a blog, and then you see somebody succeeding and they're starting a YouTube channel, just because you see other people having success with that thing doesn't mean that that's the area that God is calling you to. There's a specific blessing that God has for you in the designated place that He has called you to be. And one thing that my pastor, he touched on last night, is a lot of times we're waiting for people to come. We're waiting for our destiny helpers to show up. We're waiting for the resources and provision to show up in our lives. And a lot of us have moved outside of our Hebron. We've moved outside of the place that God has told us to be. So we're never going to find that help that we're looking for. We're never going to find what we're needing to pursue, the purpose and the will that God has on our life. So again, this week, I want to encourage you guys to go back to the things that the Lord has said to you. Go back to the specific instructions that God has given you, and make sure that you're paying attention to the details of where God is telling you that your blessed place is. And despite what you see, things may not be happening fast enough. Things may not be happening the way that you want them to see, but I promise you, if you wait in the place that God has commanded for you to go and commanded for your blessing to meet you at, the people are going to find you. Just like the men of Judah came to David and asked him to be the king of Judah, just like the nation of Israel came to Hebron to anoint David king over the entire nation of Hebron. It's because David didn't leave. He didn't leave the place that God has called him to. So I'm just encouraging you guys to do the same. Whatever thing God is impressing upon your heart to do, wherever that blessed place is. Some of you guys are going to be doing awesome things for the kingdom, especially in the business realm. Again, it's nice to have multiple streams of income. It's nice to do those things, but there's a specific blessed place and a blessed thing that God has called you to do that no one else can do at the same level. No one else has been made to do what you do the way that you do it, and just show up in that place unapologetically like you belong there, because you do belong there, because God has designated that place for you to be your blessed place. So I hope this message blesses you. See you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and thank you so much for being a part.